Hey everybody, Paul here, along with In the Distance, Scale, and Viper, and together we are surviving games.
Hello.
Hello.
So, weird thing happened. So, for those of you that are new to this game yourself, and maybe you're thinking, oh, this game looks like a lot of fun. I want to play it with my friends. It turns out that me, the host, I'm not the only person that needs to be saving the game, because I saved the game and then we all logged out. And then when we went to log back in, Viper had never saved the game ever. So he was back at the plane, and Scale had saved it, but at the original like small cabin that we had built. So he wasn't, like, his save location was at that spot. Come back here, you lizard son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
Paul, we have a small issue here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cannibals around us.
I don't. We'll cannibal it up, buddy. I don't know.
What was my med button? 3?
Oh my god, raccoons. I don't ever remember seeing raccoons in this game. There's 2 raccoons here. Am I crazy? Have there always been, like, animals like that in this game? I just have no memory of this. But yeah, Viper, were you able to, like, re-loot, like, the suitcases and stuff, like, around the plane when you spawned in, at least?
Yes.
Okay. Well, at least you could re-get a bunch of that, like, basic, like,
Are
starting
you...
game type
no.
stuff.
Okay, I have meds for you. Here.
Okay, good.
So I imagine a big chunk of my day today is, like, so it was dark, and when we stopped, so we stopped right on the beach, where we set up, like, a temporary shelter, and we weren't sure, like, what the mainland part of it looked like. Once I came up here, I saw that it was relatively flat, has a gorgeous view of the water, and that there is, in fact, like, freshwater sources just up this hill. So there's a lot going for it. So I decided that this would be a cool place to set up, like, a little bit larger of a base. I don't know if it's gonna be like our perma base, but it'll certainly be a larger cabin than we've ever built before. I'm still using the, like, pre-build design though, rather than, like, custom designing for now, just because, like, we're still pretty new to the game, so I just wanted to build something pretty simplistic but larger, something that we can all kind of get into if we needed to. And then I figured we could always build, like, porches or decking or whatever, like, after we build the basic structure, we can add, like, custom structures, like, onto it / around it. So I'm basically waiting for them to catch up to me or get to my location, and then that's what we'll be doing. I'm just gonna be doing this while I wait for them. Probably a lot of cutting around. No pun intended as I whack this tree.
There are fish in this tiny pond. There are now less fish in this tiny pond.
They're going extinct.
The rare but beautiful pond fish. Oh, I see Scale. Hello. Oh, I see Viper. Hello. Because then we can also, like, we're really close to the water, so then we could build, like, a large raft and then use that to, like, circumnavigate the island or whatever this is, like, rather quickly, I would imagine, and go, like, up rivers and stuff to, like, get to different areas. So I kind of feel like this is a cool spot to, like, do our thing.
I'm hitting it, but it's not going down.
You gotta make sure you're not, like, tapping it. Oh, there's a cannibal near you.
I hear
3, 4. Oh my god, there's so many.
Well, I'm making my way to you guys in case I can be of help, but it's going to take for fucking ever because of my stuff. Let me just drink a soda, because that'll give me more energy. There we go. I'm fine now. Ooh, I can see them. I'm coming.
One's climbing a tree.
I love that they do that, by the way. What up, punk? Yeah.
Oh god.
Threaten my friends.
Dead.
What's up, crazy?
second, Viper. Actually, no, Galucia's that, so you can get an achievement. There's still one more. He looks like he's running away, though.
You right there, Viper?
Yep.
Well, we could use these bones. I'm going to just put... There's way too many bodies here, so I'm going to just build like a really small basic fire really quick. Right here. If someone... And then we can just burn them all right there.
Oh,
Wow. Fucking brilliant.
that was the wrong button. Here,
Are
I
you
got it.
fucking kidding me?
Hold on, Scale.
Jesus.
I wonder if I can help you on the same tree.
Yeah?
Yep.
Wow.
You just
Yeah,
gotta be careful not to smack each other. Oh, timber!
Look
Oh,
out!
that almost landed on glue.
You were as it was coming down.
God, I can't believe we have 38 more logs to go. This game does not play. Although, we did spend like 11 logs making the thing on the side of it as well. But, even
don't
still,
forget, your food's gonna be really low.
Oh, yeah. My food and water is incredibly low.
Alright, well, we got a thing right here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take this. Let's see.
I wish you could pick up cooked meat.
Yes. And
It's
not
like
just
there's
have to
cooked
eat it
meat
right
on here
away.
right now, but my hunger thing is completely full. So if someone else wants to come eat it before it gets burnt, feel free.
Yeah, also, if you need health, it'll raise your health a little
I'm
bit.
full health.
And I'll grab.
But yeah, it's like, why can't you pick up a piece of cooked meat and then just put it in your pocket? Like, it'll be good for a while. Certainly longer than uncooked meat. Like, if you cook it, like, that also preserves it to a point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I was walking around with, like, a piece of, like, raw steak in my pocket, like, obviously that's only going to stay good for so long. But if I cooked it first, like, it's going to last significantly longer. I think we're all in agreement of this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't actually know that that's the ocean. It's a large body of water, but there's plenty of large bodies of water in the world that are large enough that, like, you can't see the other side.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
You know, like the Great Lakes, for example. Yeah.
Yep.
You can tell.
Can you? Because I've been
Yes.
to some of the larger Great Lakes, like in the big
Yeah,
spots, where
okay,
if you
yeah.
look straight across, like, you can't see it. Deer was giving me shit.
I ain't gonna take it. You listen here,
Oh,
Deer.
whoa. Hey, so I went, like, over... I mean, you guys can see where my icon is. I came over here, and I can look down off this cliff. Like, if we kept following the water, there's, like, a large, like, flat area down by the water. And I can see, like, multiple cannibals, like, running around down there. And obviously, they're not interacting with us because, like, they're just off doing their own damn thing. So they're just completely independently of what we're doing, just, like, running around and being weird. Like, actually, I'm watching him right now just stroll around like he owns the place. And, like, it's interesting to see them interacting when, like, it has nothing to do with us. You know what I mean? Like, he's not reacting to something that I'm doing. He's probably not even aware of me. Like, he's just doing his thing, and then, like, I happen to be watching
Creeping
it.
on 'em.
Isn't that kind of crazy, though?
Creeping on the cannibals.
That's what I'm doing. I'm creeping on cannibals.
Although I'm glad that sanity isn't a thing for this game. It is
Oh
for
my
Green
God.
Hill, though.
Yeah, that's what I like. Like, so, like, when we were talking about survival games and, like, how to define them and stuff, insanity was one of the things where, like,
Yeah,
that
look out.
also, like,
Oh,
can
thank you.
technically make something a survival game. So, like, even if the... Where's the...
That's falling towards you. Okay. Just go to your right.
Even if the game
Yeah, I see it.
has no other survival elements... I did it again. My fucking life.
See.
Even if the game has no other survival elements like food and water and everything else, if you can technically die from just sanity, like if you can like lose your sanity to the point where you'll die from it, then I would argue that that also makes it a survival game, because in the at its core, the way that for our channel, the way that we've decided to define a survival game is a finite resource, like a personal finite resource that could lead to your death is what defines a survival game, which is most commonly starvation and dehydration and the requirements of like food and some sort of like water or whatever it is that you're playing as that would require that. Slud's full. So sanity could be looked at as a finite resource that is depleting over time unless you do certain actions, and once it depletes enough that you can die from it, like that makes it a survival game in my opinion.
Hey.
Yay.
Oh. Hey.
Okay. Just pile them up over there because I'm gonna. All right, so we have a bed made out of 2 in-flight pillows and several in-flight magazines. Can you get injured from a tree like directly falling on you?
Oh yeah, you will get killed. Just straight up killed. Yeah. Trees hurt.
Well, that's good because that's very realistic. I've had a tree kind of fall on me before. Did I ever tell you that?
No, but
when I used to live like in a wooded area, and I would have to in the spring I would cut down trees so that in the winter, you know, we had an ability to heat the house with just the use of the wood, because otherwise it would be really expensive. Like if you ended up like not doing the whole wood thing and like trying to use like electric heaters to heat the house, because the house was like 100 years old and was not like it was made of logs, so it was not the best in terms of
insulation.
Yeah. So I had a friend of mine
here
that was helping me, and we went to the woods around my house. We were cutting down a bunch, and it was going just fine. But at one point, we were cutting the tree, and then what the fuck, dude? Why is this so difficult? I'm trying to place this porch thing, the platform, and I'm having just a hell of a time, like, trying to line it up with the existing porch that's, like, already here, so that it, like, actually, like, you know, butts up against it and makes sense. For some reason, this one side is shorter than the other, and it just looks psychotic to me. Let me try that. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay. So we were cutting a tree, and then it was leaning a little bit, and I was trying to, you know, like you cut the tree like with like notches and stuff. So you try to get it so that it's gonna lean in a certain direction. You want it to like fall in a certain way so that it, you know, like it falls like wherever you want it to fall. Yeah. So I was trying to get it to fall. It was leaning, but not much. Like, it naturally grew in a lean, you know? So I was cutting it on the opposite side so that it would fall opposite the lean, because the way that it was leaning was, like, not the best. So that's what I was trying to accomplish, and I've done this successfully many a times. It's not like I didn't know, you know, what I was doing, like, altogether. And it did not fall. It started to, like, so my chainsaw, like, I cut out huge notches, and it was already starting to kind of, like, snap. I just heard a cannibal. It was already starting to snap like it was going to fall.
Timber.
So then I started cutting into the opposite side, and the tree started to fall, like, towards the lean onto my chainsaw. So the chainsaw blade got stuck inside the tree, which if that, you know, that'll completely destroy your blade. Because the weight of the tree will pinch down.
It just crushes it
and crush the chainsaw.
The notch.
Yeah. So like the mount or whatever it's called for the actual blade itself, like the long part, is pretty thin and will get crushed. So, in like a flurry of the moment type of thing,
Scale, there's a cannibal watching us.
There's 3 cannibals like circling me. Like I'm ignoring them and doing my job. In a flurry, I put my back against the falling tree and pushed up to like make the tree start to fall towards the notch cuts instead, just enough so that my friend could pull the chainsaw out. And I've never put that much effort into anything in my life physically before or since. It was incredibly painful, and I was done cutting trees for the day. Like, I literally had the weight of a tree on my shoulders. It was a really dumb thing to do. But, like, just in the flurry of the moment, all I could think of was, this chainsaw cost me $350, and I can't afford to replace it. So, like... Cannibal, coming in.
Clunk.
Oh.
Clunk. And you're dead.
Someone bring her back.
Yoink.
Lizard. What I'm thinking is, so this episode, I think we did, a really good job getting established a little bit. Like we've got storage, we've got a place that we can go inside of. So I feel like we've accomplished, some things. But our water collection situation is definitely, I think, an issue.
Yeah.
Food glue.
If I can start. Yeah, I think the food situation or the water situation is an issue. I think it hasn't been raining like at all. Does anyone else need food? I just picked up a lizard.
Nope.
Nah, I'm good. The
Okay.
thirst is not doing so good. But then again, I've
Well,
still got a
go
couple sodas
Ultra,
left.
go over there.
I've still got a couple sodas left.
Well, don't waste your sodas. That's like for like cave exploration and shit. There's tons of blueberries over there by these trees. Like, just go find some bushes and eat the blueberries. So what we established ourselves, right? We have a cabin rather than like the little tiny thing, which I think you can you disable. You can disable
The other
waypoints,
ones,
right?
Maybe. I don't know how.
I know you can. There's a way to do it. Let's see here. Nature guide settings.
Haha! Incoming! No.
Wee! Straight into the ocean.
Yeah, the turtle
Oh my God,
the turtle
that's fun.
shells are a sled. I was wondering, I noticed that earlier today, like when we first started playing, and I was like, I wonder if anyone else will like highlight the turtle shell and read that it works like a sled. I really wanted to try that, and but I ended up building the water thingy instead.
That's very cool. Quick way to get down hills.
So yeah, I think good job today building the structures and getting a base established, but we need to at the very least just go out and get a pot. Like, of all the simple things,
Yeah.
like it.
And we need rope.
We have
and
fresh
we
water.
just need a lot of the more modern stuff.
Yeah, we just need to get caves. Yeah, we need to start doing caves, because when we go into caves, that's when we start finding a lot better like tools and things like that will help us in everything that we're trying to do. Like, building all this crap would be a lot easier if we had a chainsaw, for example. And I know that's a thing you can find at some point. If we have, I know you can get like a rebreather, and then there's like special like water caves that you can get into that you otherwise can't get into. And like, there's a lot of different things like that are like, there's different special stuff that you can like get involved with, so long as you start going into the caves and actually like working on that. So that's what we're gonna do in the next episode. The first 2 episodes were definitely us like getting established, which may not be like as heart pumping exciting, but I'm quite proud of what we accomplished in just a span of 2 episodes. And now we're spending all of our time building a road to nowhere, but if it makes Scale happy, then that's what we'll do.
It doesn't take much to make Skill happy, let's face it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool because like it gets rid of the short
The
grass and
grass.
stuff. Yeah, I just noticed that like once it's completed. So that's kind of cool.
I feel like these rocks respawn as well.
I feel like they do too, because we've been picking up a lot of rocks in the area. And
Yeah, like especially here, I definitely picked up all these rocks.
yeah, like all the rocks around the house, I 100% guarantee that I picked those up. Like this rock right here is literally next to the road. It's next to the road.
There's one
Like-
inside the road. Yeah,
Right,
so-
yeah, we obviously would have picked that up already. Like, that's bonkers.
Just FYI, I noticed that spider, in case you didn't notice, Scale, when you pick up these rocks, I think there's a chance that a spider will be underneath.
Yes,
it. So just
I
make
definitely
sure that
noticed
you have
that.
something in hand to
Huh.
take care of it.
Oh, that's
Yep.
interesting. I haven't encountered one of these giant spiders yet, so I was unaware of this.
Yeah.
Lizard.
Yeah, just be careful whenever you pick up a spider. I mean, pick up a rock that a spider could be underneath.
I'm
it.
especially
I don't-
careful when I pick up spiders.
Spiders, yeah.
Ah,
So thanks everybody for coming out today and watching. I really appreciate it. Big thanks again to Scale and Viper for joining me. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and click the subscribe button as well as our fancy little bell so that you get notified when the episodes go up. But as long as everything goes according to plan, every episode of The Forest should come up on Saturdays. And then our current other series would be Astroneer, and those episodes are posted on Wednesdays. But we do have random like one-offs and stuff like that that'll get posted on a random day that's not one of the 2 days I just described. So I would, you know, still click that bell just to make sure that you don't miss out on anything. And yeah, next episode, we're going to be heading out and take a break from building and doing all that stuff. And we will explore the environment, especially like immediately around us. Because this game is very surprising where you'll just like suddenly realize that there's 3 caves like really close to you. I'd be willing to bet that there's a cave like right by our house that we're just not even like aware of. And as soon as we start looking around, like we'll figure that out really quick. And I really do want to start getting some other like more modern tech.
I got dried fish.
Oh,
cool.
Okay, well, good. So thanks everybody again, and we will see everyone in the forest on next Saturday. But hopefully, we'll see you over in Astroneer on Wednesday. Say goodbye, Viper and Skill.
Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
Viper and Scale.
Scale.